Hello Igraasp, lots of wishes on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan. Don't you think siblings are like built-in best friends? Whether you're celebrating life or happen to experience an unexpected bump, you can always rely on them to be there for you. A listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, or finding the silver lining in a less than ideal situation. All of it means the world to you simply knowing you have your friends supporting you on every step of the way. Today's news highlights are: women judges among 9 names cleared by Collegium for Supreme Court. Haiti hit by another major earthquake. India's renewable energy capacity crosses 100 gigawatts. Kaziranga becomes India's first national park to be equipped with satellite phones. NASA is recruiting for people to spend a year on Mars. India rules at the World Archery Youth Championship. Tokyo Summer Paralympics. India beat England in the second test, and last but surely not the least, our entertaining F2 segment. It is now time to begin with our national news segment.
Igraasp, did you know that the Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramana, has recommended the names of 3 female judges to the government for appointment to the Supreme Court? If this was to be approved, then we could potentially have ourselves the country's first female Chief Justice by around 2027. The 3 names recommended were Justice B.V. Nagaratna of the Karnataka High Court, Justice Hima Kohli, Chief Justice of the Telangana High Court, and Justice Bela Trivedi of the Gujarat High Court. All of these women have a very impressive track record when it comes to law and governance, and therefore we hope these names get approved so that we can see more women in the Supreme Court.
The island of Haiti was hit with tragedy last week after a 7.2 magnitude earthquake ripped through the country, causing a lot of destruction. There's also been extremely heavy rainfall in the area, which could also lead to landslides and hamper rescue efforts. As a country, Haiti sits on the line between 2 huge tectonic plates and thus is prone to incredibly devastating earthquakes. The Prime Minister of the country, Ariel Henry, has declared a month-long state of emergency and has urged people to come together and show solidarity in these trying times. Tennis star Naomi Osaka, whose father is Haitian, has said that she would donate whatever money she earns in her current tournament to relief efforts. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families affected.
Igraasp, India is truly going green. India has now crossed the milestone of 100 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity. Our country is currently 4th in the world in terms of wind power capacity and 5th in the world in terms of solar capacity. India has routinely asked other countries to actually commit resources to being carbon neutral rather than just making statements of the intent of being carbon neutral. There has been a great upswing in India's green energy trajectory, which is a great thing for the future.
The famous Kaziranga Park in Assam has become the first national park in India to be fitted with satellite phones. The reason behind this is to boost the poaching measures in the park. The satellite phones also provide the coverage at an area, otherwise having wireless or poor mobile connectivity. Assam State Disaster Management Authority has procured total 10 satellite phones at an estimated cost of 16 lakh. This is a good initiative by Igraasp, as one cannot put full price on the wildlife conservation. We have the responsibility to make sure that the varied flora and fauna of our country must be kept safe and allowed to grow.
Igraasp, have you ever wanted to become an astronaut? Currently, NASA is taking application for up to 4 people to live for a year in a simulated environment. They have created an house town called Mars Dune Alpha. This environment is 1700 square foot Martian habitat created by a 3D printer that will be used to get the recruits trained for an eventual trip to Mars. These paid volunteers will go on simulated spacewalks, will have extremely limited communications with the command center and restricted food and resources. To pass this training, one would require to be both physically as well as mentally fit.
Igraasp, did you know that last week at the World Archery Youth Championship, India decimated its competition and has come out on top in most events? Overall, in both recurve and compound sections, India has won a total of 5 gold, 2 silver and 5 bronze medals in what is their best ever showing in the tournament. The Indian compound archery girls as well as the mixed team even broke 2 world records during the qualification stages. Our country has an incredibly bright future when it comes to archery. Wouldn't you agree, Igraasp?
While the Olympics might be over, there is still the Tokyo Summer Paralympics remaining, with it starting on the 24th of August. These are the 16th Summer Paralympics and the second time that Japan has hosted it. There are over 530 events across 22 sports, with badminton and taekwondo being the new additions to the event. Similar to Neeraj Chopra, India has a big chance of taking the gold in javelin throw, with ace athlete Devendra Jaharia going for his 3rd gold medal, 17 years after his first. Make sure to tune in and cheer for all our athletes.
India beat England in the second test at Lord's by 151 runs to take a 1-0 lead in the 5-match test series. The credit for the win goes to India's bowlers Mohammad Siraj, Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah. Shami and Bumrah frustrated the English bowlers with their 89-run partnership that set up a total of 272 for the English. Siraj, however, was the star of the show, picking up 4 wickets in the second innings to ensure victory on the final day. India will go into the 3rd test starting on the 25th of August with renewed confidence and all the support back home to win the series.
Some hackers have managed to pull off the largest theft in cryptocurrency history, with them stealing $600 million worth of it last week. The hackers exploited a vulnerability within the network and were able to deal a huge blow to crypto traders. In a bizarre turn of events, however, the hackers have also returned most of the funds, claiming to have only done it only for fun and to show how vulnerable the system is. Experts, however, have also added that since cryptocurrencies are extremely transparent, the hackers would be unable to liquidate and actually use the money, as they would be caught then. So you see, Igraasp, digital security is also extremely important.
The annual Skytrax World Airport Awards were announced, with Doha's Hamad International Airport awarded the number 1 spot. This was a huge surprise, as for the first time in nearly a decade, Singapore's Changi Airport lost its top spot and instead was placed 3rd. Doha's climb to the top spot happened due to the hard work put in by the government's flagship airline, Qatar Airways. The government themselves have invested heavily in both the airline and the airport. Therefore, if you have the opportunity, you should definitely check out the
Igraspers, we have found the cutest, furriest and most loyal lifeguards on the planet. You guessed it right, it's sweet little dogs that are coming to the rescue of many struggling swimmers in Italy. 14 people were rescued with the help of Italy's lifeguard dogs last week. The animals came to the rescue of a group of people who got taken in by the sea off the coast between Rome and Naples. One of the individuals called for help and got the attention of one of the canine units, who, with the help of 2 other dogs and a team, rescued the group. Dogs truly are man's best friend, aren't they, Igraspers?
The word of the week is replete, which means abundant or well supplied. Fiction is replete with mystery and magic. You only need to read. The riddle of the week is, which is the only place in the world where today comes before yesterday? Where is it? In a dictionary, that's right.
Can you guess who? This Indian engineering teacher is also a prolific author of Kannada, English and Marathi books. She was the first female engineer to be hired by the country's then largest auto manufacturer, Telco. She is a notable social worker. Her Infosys Foundation is constantly dedicated to projects involving education, women's empowerment, health, hygiene and more. Of course you got this. It is Sudha Murthy. Did you know that besides being awarded with the Padma Shri, Sudha Murthy has won many other honors for her services to literature and charity?
Did you know that Olympic gold medals in reality are not made of gold? They are made of sterling silver, which is an alloy of silver with 92.5% silver and other metals, usually copper. The value of gold medal increases since it's coated with 6 grams of 24 karat gold.
Quiz time! In which year was the first Olympic gold medal awarded? Send your answers to contact us at igraasp.com. Answer to the last week's quiz. The scientific name of the lettuce sea slugs is Elysia crispata. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Shivani Sivakumar of St. Kabir Indian International School, Vadodara, for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens, Igraasp.
Dear Igraaspers, this week let's meet Zahiruddin Muhammad, the first ruler of the Mughal dynasty, better known as Babur. This man achieved his life dream of conquering Samarkand at 15, only to lose everything he owned in a short while. And then he decided he was made for bigger things and set his eyes at the biggest prize. Witness his spectacular falls and rises, daring adventures and close escapes. Read the story of his life and travels and drop in your feedback on igraasp.com/iClub.
It's time to wrap up today's news session. Helen Keller explains the importance of friendship by saying that I would rather walk with a friend in dark than walk alone in light. Until we meet again next week, exhibit a character of warmth, initiate conversations, and act friendly with people because things are never quite as scary when you have a good friend. Bye-bye.